Well, it's time to start the application pushed. We finished the early action applications, and it's now time to start looking at your private schools. Now, you might wonder where to start. Well, you start with reassessing your college list. Is your college list balanced, or does it have all the same kinds of colleges? Parents, you should check your students' list to make sure that it's balanced per this video here. I'm going to keep this short so you'll be able to do it very easily. I'm not going to add a whole lot of topics. I'm going to cover how to balance out your application. And then the next video is going to be reminding you of some affordable schools in each one of the categories, okay? So let's get started with that right now. Okay, so when I say to make sure you don't have all the same schools on your list and have balance, because balance will lead to an affordable college. The reason most parents don't end up paying for a college that's very affordable, and students get under a lot of pressure, and a lot of them don't finish college. The reason for it is the college lists all have one type of college. This is for my high GPA private school applicants. If you're students just applying for CSU, or a state university, or UC, this doesn't apply to you. I'm concerned about people applying private college. You apply to a whole lot of the same school. And so you're not competing for the bucks. You're not looking at your different alternatives. And then within those groups, you need to know the most affordable schools. Now, the next video I drop will remind you of those affordable schools in each category. But for right now, let's look at the college types to be considered when you're determining whether you have, in fact, a balanced list. Well, you have first the universities of California. Obviously, when you're a high GPA student, you probably have those on the list. Let's say you don't want to have all UCs or all California state universities. Well, then you have private schools to worry about, but you should have three or four CSUs that you know you can get into, maybe two. And you need to talk to somebody who understands what schools are the most admissible, or your area school, or schools, selective schools that your GPA will allow you to get into. Okay, just email me. I'll help you with that. By the way, in the description block below, there is my email address. You can get a hold of me. I'll be glad to answer any questions that come out of this. So those are the first two types. Then we have very elite selective private colleges, like what? NYU, USC, LMU. These are very selective private colleges. I would say USC more than LMU, but it is selective. I would say George Washington University in DC. I would say certainly Georgetown, all the Ivy Leagues. These are all very, looking at black schools, I would say, you can easily get a rejection letter from Howard, right? Definitely Spelman, you can get a rejection letter from Spelman. Okay. You know what I'm saying? All the Ivy Leagues, I think I said that already. These are selective, elite, supposedly private colleges. All right. If you have all those I see college lists all the time. That's the only schools on the list. Selective, very selective private colleges. The ones with the name. University of Chicago, Rice University, Vanderbilt. I would say to a certain extent, Emory. These are very selective private colleges that, you know, you need to have super high grades to get any money from them, and then you probably still owe. But that's the next video. Protestant Christian colleges need to hurry up. You missed the early action for a lot of them, but they're lower because they give more money and they're lower in cost. Protestant Christian colleges, they're just not as selective. They're somewhat selective, but you can get a good buy, and they do very well with minority students, and they have additional money they want to give out. Somebody say, I don't want to go to Protestant school. It'll change me. Well, maybe that's okay to change you. We all should get better from college. Come on now. Other private colleges, right? So if you have any one of these, let's continue. HBCUs. If you have a list entirely of what's the HBCU? It's a private, predominantly black college. I mentioned Spelman earlier, Morehouse, Tuskegee, no, mostly Hampton. We're talking about private colleges. The rest of them are traditionally black colleges that are state schools. But to have only HBCUs and TBCs on your list, you're going to pay more for college than you would have to normally because you're only willing to look at one type of school. I know it says it's two types, but they're mostly black. I get the message. You want to go to black college, but you need to sprinkle in CSUs. I don't say all these other groups, but you need to get some balance in your list. Or else parents, you're going to pay a lot of money for college. The more balance you have in the list, it's probable you will discover affordable universities where your youth can get their careers going. All right. I hope that helps. I'm not going to bother to link this. I think you can play the video over and get it. It's not really a long list. I want to be sure, parents, that you understand it's important now to relook at that list since we're after early action and look for, you may have done early action to schools all of one kind, but now you need to shift to other schools. Okay? And this is to protect your retirement, parents, and to hold down the cost of college. I'm Deacon John Wilson, West Angeles Education Enrichment Director. If you want more videos like this, click like and subscribe, please. Leave me a comment, would you? So I can see that you're interested in this, and I'll be glad to answer. Remember, in the description below, I'm going to put my email address if you have additional questions or need help. God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.